If you're a CRNA student or resident, one of the worst things that can happen to you is you don't get the benchmark score required for your C, or you don't pass the board exam on the first try. We recently did a deep dive on why all the high-end Ollivate users were scoring so high on the board exam, 519 on average, so really high. And we found three interesting things. First of all, they were all doing passive learning followed by active learning. Tons of evidence to research on this. It is some sort of passive process. They watched something, listening to something, read something. Maybe they listened to a core anesthesia podcast. Maybe they went through Apex. Maybe they were doing Prodigy. Maybe they were reading their textbooks or their notes. And then they did an active process afterwards. Then they did questions. That was the most common one. Lots of questions afterward on that same content. Maybe they wrote something out. Maybe they taught somebody that same material. Maybe they made a mnemonic, whatever, some sort of active process. Passive, then active. Decades of research on this. The second thing they were all doing that helped them score so high is they're all using spaced repetition. If you're not using spaced repetition, why on earth are you not using it? I mean, there's so much research on this that is helpful. So whether they're using Anki or Ollivate for their spaced repetition tools, either one or there's lots of them out there that use that. Whatever tool you're using, use it. It's just like, it's so effective. You should be using it. Repeat that stuff over and over again. The third thing that they were all doing is tons and tons of questions, which makes sense. First of all, it's active recall. It's a meaningful process to interact with the material, engage with it in a powerful way. But also, you're prepping for an exam, which is a bunch of questions. So why wouldn't you just prep by taking a bunch of questions? It's like you practice like you play. For the C, if you can't sit and take 240 questions all in one sitting, how are you going to do it on the day of the exam? You got to practice that. So when I said they're answering questions, they were answering 100 questions a day or more. That's what they were doing to be successful. Those three things, the passive and active learning, spaced repetition, tons and tons of questions. That led to the real high board scores of 519. What's working for you? Curious to hear. What have you seen that's been helpful? What has been effective for you? And how did you do recently on your C or board exam as a result?